E mihi atu ki a koutou katoa. Kia ora.
Madam Speaker.
I call Rino Tirikatene.
Kororia hareruia kia iho o ngā mano matua tama wairua tapu me ngā nehera pono me te māngai anō hei tautoko mai ai nei ākene ai. Te maunga tongorero, ka tārehu, e mihi ana ki te rangi, e mihi ana ki te whenua, e mihi ana ki ngā tāngata. Tūwini tū wana kia puta ki te whai au ki te ao mārama. Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga, kia mākina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki tai, kia hiake ana te atakura, he tio, he hoka, he hauhu, a tihe wā mauri ora. Ngāti Tūwharetoa, tēnā koutou. Nau mai, whakatau mai, ki te whare pāramata e takatū nei. Te whare o te hauhau, te areke e tumu, tēnā koe. Ngā hapu maha, tēnā koutou. Nō koutou tēnei rā, he rā nui, he rā whakahirahira. E tua, ke te tuahau ki te tūtautoko, te riti o tēnei pire. Ai, he rā nui, he rā whakahirahira. Me mihi atu ki a rātou ko whetū rangi tia. Nā rātou, i hapai nei ngā mahi, i tēnei rā te whakatūtuki i a rātou, ngā wawata i a rātou. Āpiti hono, tātai hono, a rātou i te hunga mate ki a rātou. Āpiti hono, tātai hono, tātou te hunga ora ki a tātou. Tēnā koutou, a tēnā tātou katoa. Madam Speaker, I am very proud and humbled to be able to speak at the first reading of the Ngāti Tūwharetoa Claim Settlement Bill. And I too would like to add my warm welcome to all of Ngāti Tūwharetoa, and in particular Te Ariki he Tumu, who have travelled all this way for this historic occasion. All first readings of claim settlement bills are very historic occasions, and it certainly is a great honour to be able to speak and pay acknowledgement to you, to our manuhiri, to ārangi, and also to address the details which are embodied in this bill, which so much work has gone into. And I would like to acknowledge the Hapu Forum for all of the work that they've done, which has led up to this point. We are just one step in the process, but this is a very important step that we are doing today. I'd like to acknowledge the Honourable Christopher Finlayson, who I know was intimately involved in this settlement, and all the work that he achieved under the 51st Parliament and prior with Ngāti Tūwharetoa. Likewise, I'd like to acknowledge the Honourable Andrew Little, who has now taken over the baton and is leading the work in this very important area of completing these treaty settlements, but also moving forward all of the Crown iwi Māori relationships that we have across Aotearoa. This is a very significant bill, as has been mentioned, Madam Speaker. Ngāti Tūwharetoa is a large iwi, the fifth largest iwi in Aotearoa. And as I like to mention in my contributions on these historic occasions, to understand Māori history is to understand whakapapa, and all of those histories are intertwined and embodied in these settlements. And in particular, I always like to reflect on the historical account and the acknowledgements and the apology which the Crown has set out in this piece of legislation. And the same is true. We are canvassing a lot of history, a lot of mamai that has been inflicted upon generations of the hapu, the iwi of Ngāti Tūwharetoa. It goes right back to pre-1860 days. The desire by the new settler governments to to devour lands and resources in Aotearoa back in those days, and the conflicts that broke out, and the hard decisions that had to be made by hapu and iwi and chiefs that were drawn into conflicts in many cases, and had to make hard decisions for their people. And those decisions were no doubt fell on the chiefs of Ngāti Tūwharetoa. And so many of the names which come up in these settlements, we have heard in many other settlements. The battles that take place, the loss of the chiefs, and in particular at Ōrākau, at Ōmarunui, at Te Pōrere. Chiefs like Te Rangi Tāhau and Maniapoto, and the loss that has been inflicted upon the hapu and the descendants of those great chiefs. It cannot be overstated how deep that runs. And so I'm pleased that we are able to acknowledge in these bills the historical account of the loss. And it didn't stop in the 1860s, Madam Speaker. It went on and on. The skullduggery that the Crown got up to in its acquisition of land, resources, the decisions that were made to the detriment of Ngāti Tūwharetoa are all spelled out in the bill, Madam Speaker. I too would like to acknowledge, as I've said, to understand our history is to understand Māori whakapapa, and to have Te Ariki Tumu Te Heuheu here it embodies all what Ngāti Tūwharetoa is, the descent group, the descent from their ariki, and to have him here to grace this occasion is truly overwhelming, Madam Speaker, because I know how significant this occasion is to Ngāti Tūwharetoa. So Ngāti Tūwharetoa, Madam, has been through a lot, and I've only just gone through the 1860s. I didn't even get to their great tupuna that were swept aside and cast over to Chatham Islands that joined many others. There were no Māori rebels in those days, Madam Speaker. They were Māori patriots. And there are many great stories that will be told about those great patriots that ended up in places like the Chatham Islands. But to return to this bill, Madam Speaker, I think it's what sums this bill up best for me is the spirit of gratitude that we must have for Ngāti Tūwharetoa in their generosity. The generosity that they have bestowed on Aotearoa, our nation, through the development of resources, hydroelectric schemes, geothermal, forestry, national parks. So much has been undertaken in their tribal ancestral lands to the benefit of our country, and alas, to the detriment of Ngāti Tūwharetoa. But this bill and this settlement is a means whereby we can acknowledge that, offer some means of consideration for that, but it goes nowhere to even recovering one little splinter of the loss that has been inflicted on this great iwi. But alas, we are here, and this is a great achievement for Ngāti Tūwharetoa. And so, just in concluding, I'm looking forward to working with as Chair of the Māori Affairs Committee to examine closely this bill to work closely with my colleagues and to hear submitters on this very important bill. And Madam Speaker, I commend this bill to the House. Kia ora tātou.
Madam Speaker.
I call the Honourable Christopher Finlayson.
Madam Speaker, can I too begin by